All right. Thank you for waiting here for a couple of minutes while I got things set up. We are going to be watching Ben Shelton and Gabriel Diallo here in just a few minutes. Previous match just got off court. Emma Raducanu, I believe it was Raducanu, and Osaka. They just left the court a little while ago. Thank you for being here. What brought you here? Ben Shelton or Diallo? Or who brought you here? If you've been here on one of the earlier streams, I got a different, setup here, going a little more simple on this one. Just face and scoreboard. Join in the conversation about tennis. All right, Gabriel Diallo is walking out on court right now. Ben Shelton will be following him. All right. Shelton is walking out on court. Gosh, he's holding like 4 rackets. Put him in your bag, buddy. He must have just got him strung. He must have just had the racket strung. All right. They're still walking out on court. Diallo's putting on that headband. Who do you think is going to take this one? Or do you? Here's a obviously Ben Shelton's probably should win this, but do you think Diallo can give Shelton some problems? That's maybe the more pressing question is, are we going to see something interesting, or is Shelton just going to blow right through Diallo with no issue at all? They've never played each other. As far as I know, they have never played each other. Let's see. Coin toss happening out there. I missed it. No, they've never played each other. Ben Shelton, obviously, at a career high, ranked number 8 in the world. He's the 4th seed at the tournament. Diallo is ranked number 35 in the world right now. So Diallo's a big guy. He's 6'8", so he's rocking serves in there. That could potentially be an issue for Shelton. Hold on. Okay, they played each other in a at a challenger event in 2022. That's all that they've ever played. And Diallo took that one in 3 sets. 5-7, 7-6, 6-3. Warming up out there. So, hold on. Shelton and Diallo have played only once before. That was at the at Fairfield in 2022. Looks like we may be dropping like crazy frames here. God dang it. How are we doing? Are we doing better now? Type a thumbs up in the chat if the live stream is healthy again. If the live stream is not healthy for you, put a thumbs down. All right, we're just going to run it. We're going to run it like it's healthy. Ben Shelton and Diallo have never played each other on tour before other than in a challenger match. Ben Shelton is ranked number 8 in the world right now. That is a career high. And Gabriel Diallo is ranked number 35 in the world. He's a tall player, so that could potentially cause some problems for Ben Shelton. Shelton, obviously pretty tall himself as well, coming up in the ranks quite a bit. So it's going to be a pretty good match, hopefully. We're going to see something that will challenge Shelton. Of course, if the Mackenzie McDonald match wasn't much of a challenge for him, McDonald's just smaller, not as strong, not nearly as strong of a player as Shelton. So it's something that not going to be much of an issue for Shelton. Diallo could give him some problems. Match is should be starting here. Hold on. I got to get the stream updated. If you're coming by for the first time, thank you for stopping by. All right. So Diallo is serving. And Shelton won the first game. So Shelton won his first service game. Serve from Diallo. Update this here for you. We got that 15 love from Diallo. Wow, Shelton served 3 aces in that first game. Crazy. Fault from Diallo. Serve from Diallo's a let. It is a let from Diallo. Fault. So that's a double fault from Diallo. Serve from Diallo at 15 all. Into the net. And another double fault from Diallo gives Shelton the 30-15. Serve from Diallo in the net. Serving at 15-30. Second serve to the forehand of Shelton. Forehand from Diallo. He comes up to the net. Shelton drops a ball at his feet. Diallo can't handle it. Serve from Diallo at 15-40. It's a good serve. It's a good serve from Diallo to get to 30-40. Shelton breaks in Diallo's opening service game. Hey, look, Kennedy. I cannot put up the stream because the channel will get banned automatically. Anything behind a paywall, I cannot put up on the stream. So that is, this channel is for commentary and conversation about tennis. Ah, yes. F's. But thank you for being here. You are obviously welcome here. What brought you here, Shelton or Diallo? What got you interested to come here, Kennedy, Shelton, or Diallo? Who brought you here? Dirty love for Shelton. Nice. Since you're here, Kennedy, how is the quality coming through to you on the stream? I'm very new to streaming. Are you getting dropped frames or is it coming across pretty smooth for you? Oh, did you go to the same college as Shelton? $40-15 for Shelton. Shelton gets that game. Yeah, I'm just starting this. Eventually, I'm going to have some software where I can update the score myself on there. But now I have to go back and forth between the. I got to go back and forth to the internet. Hey, that's really cool. Did you play tennis? Yep, 3-0. He got a break. Did Shelton play some doubles in college as well? I'm sure he did. I guess, in high school and college, players, as far as I see, sometimes they don't have a choice. They got to play singles and doubles. All right. Diallo's coming out to serve here. Shelton's got 4 aces. He absolutely destroyed Mackenzie McDonald a couple days ago. So you asked about a prediction a little bit earlier, Kennedy, and I think it's going to be a similar outcome. Shelton is going to destroy him. Diallo hits the ball in the net. I'm actually gonna stream the TFO match as well. So I think TFO will take that one. I think TFO will also get that one, but it'll be a good match. All right, Diallo serves a fault at love 15. Second serve to the backhand of Shelton. Backhand from Diallo. Another backhand from Shelton. They're just going down the line, a little backhand battle. Shelton gets up there at the net to stress Diallo out a little bit, and it works. Diallo hits the ball in the net. Diallo hits the ball in the net for love 30. Shelton opening up another opportunity for a break. Serve from Diallo to the backhand of Shelton. Backhand goes in the net. He's standing super far back to return that ball. And just couldn't get the ball over the net. $15-30. First serve to the backhand of Shelton. Hits a short ball. Diallo gets up to it. Shelton hits it. And Diallo... Oh. Shelton got one of the overheads back, but he couldn't handle a second one. 30-all. Who do you think, Kennedy, who do you think has the TFO match? Who do you think is going to win? We got Kabali or TFO. It's Americans versus the Italians tonight. Game, Diallo, he gets on the board. Diallo gets on the board. And Diallo can't get a ball back. Serve from Shelton was good for a backhand in the net from Diallo. 30 love. Serve to the forehand of Diallo. Goes in the net. 40 love. Serve from Shelton to the forehand of Diallo, who hits it long. Game Shelton. 4-1 Shelton. 4-1 Shelton. I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. All right. Players are walking on the court again. Diallo to serve. Serve is a fault. Second serve. Second serve to the forehand of Shelton. Forehand from Diallo. Ben just has to pop one up. Out. Ooh, there we go. We got a big question here. Oh, Kennedy. Or is it JC? Is that your name? Your first name, JC? All right. I'm just gonna start answering the question. I don't see. I'm gonna call you JC, and if it's if it's not, then you got to stop me. The Shelton is actually my favorite right now to upset Alcaraz and Sinner. Now, is Shelton going to be somebody like Federer, Nadal, Djokovic? You can't predict that, right? Nobody even predicted Novak was going to join Roger and Nadal, right? Until like the mid 2010s, and then everybody holds on and goes, "Wait a second, this guy's suddenly winning everything, and he's a monster." That's not something that can be predicted, but based off of his performance in the majors, he is probably my favorite over Taylor Fritz to upset one of these guys. That being the only people that Shelton has lost to in major opens have been Yannick Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz this year. And that may even go back to the U.S. Open. Who did Ben Shelton lose to at the U.S. Open last year? Diallo takes that game. He holds. That's a good question. I'm going to try to find it here. Shelton to serve. Oh, he lost to TFO last year. Yeah. That would be exciting. But let's see who's if they stay at their current rank 4-8, you know, what would that be? Would that be a semifinal match potentially? Dirty Love, Shelton. Serve to the forehand of Diallo, but it's a let. First serve coming from Shelton here. First serve to the forehand of Diallo, who can't return it. 40 love. What do you think, JC? I mean, do you think that Shelton can upset Sinner or Alcaraz, or is it a hope? Because those two things are different. Diallo gets up to a short ball, puts it away. Serve from Shelton. Is in the net. Second serve to the backhand of Diallo. Shelton gets up there quickly and hits a ball a little wide. Yeah, with the hurt elbow. I think that the grass will take just a little bit longer for Shelton to learn to conquer. 40-30 Shelton. Serve. Return goes out. 5-2 Shelton. Yeah, he's got so many rackets out there. Yeah. You know, it's like it seems like and it seems like Shelton is using this Washington Open right now as sort of a practice to train on being a little more versatile. He's coming into the net a lot more than you see him do at the major tournaments. So, like the Mackenzie McDonald match, he came into the net like 10 times in two in the just the two short sets that they played. So it does seem like Shelton is working on adding more elements to his game. Um, and one of those things that he needs is patience. He does need to be able to withstand those rallies for a longer period of time and wait for a real opportunity to unload rather than just unloading on what should be a rally ball. Because I think that's what gets a players frustrated is when players like Ben Shelton, who can basically hit a winner from anywhere on the court, and if they're not hitting those winners, then it irritates them. Hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully it seems like it's something that's right. But I don't know. I'm just a watcher. Backhand from Shelton goes out. Diallo gets to love. Gets to 15 love. I love that his dad is his coach and has been forever, but at some point you do need to question it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Tony Nadal coached Rafa for years and years and years. Tsitsipas' dad coaches him. It's not like they're having success with his dad as his coach. So there doesn't seem to be any reason to change it right now. Now, if he was not having success and his dad was his coach, then you would have to question it. But at this point, has his dad? There's no evidence to say that his dad being his coach is an issue. But questioning it is never wrong. That's for sure. Never wrong to ask a question about it. Serve from Shelton is an ace. It sure as hell did not look like an ace from this angle that I'm at, but oh, he hit some the serve popped up and just hit some girl right on the leg. Serve from Shelton is an ace. $30 love. Another ace. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Everybody in the stands, they're just laughing at this. Like, what the hell? Oh, I was right back at the same girl that just got hit. Watch out where you sit when you're watching Ben Shelton. Another ace from Shelton. Another ace. Close out the set. Is it serving frenzy from Shelton here? I am watching this on Tennis TV. Correct. I pay for the app. It's like $10 a month. And I get to watch a bunch of the matches. A bunch of the smaller matches, that is. With when it comes to majors, Tennis TV usually is not premiering those. So, yeah. That one I'm usually, and this is awesome because there's no commercials. So Shelton is getting 70% of his first serves in. He's won 100% of the first serves that he's gotten in. How do you can't defend that? Players are taking a break. If you're stopping in here for the first time to the channel, my name is Cody. Thank you for watching. If you've stopped in here before, you probably noticed that I have a different setup on the stream. Went for a little more simple here. As I continue to grow and figure things out, I'll add new things to the channel. So, like a subscriber number, a scoreboard, a real scoreboard, different kind of things like that. But for now, this is where we're at. And you don't even need to pay that much attention to me. Talk in the chat to each other. We got, tennis fans here. That's all we're doing here. Finding a place where you can talk tennis. All right, Diallo to start serving the second set is an ace. Serve from Diallo in the net. Second serve. Oh, hold on. My stream just lagged and I missed a good shot from Shelton. Forehand from Shelton on the replay. Forehand from Shelton. Diallo hits a short, a volley short in the court, and Shelton gets around him with a forehand. 15-all. Serve from Diallo to the forehand of Shelton. Rally ball to the backhand of Shelton. Diallo with a forehand back to Shelton. Hits a loopy ball. Diallo can't get to that ball. Shelton's up 30-15. Got another opportunity here potentially for a break. He's got another opportunity for a break. Half an opportunity, I suppose I would say. Serve. The backhand of Shelton. Forehand from Diallo. Goes down the line. Shelton's not there. Shelton guessed wrong. Guessed the wrong angle. Diallo to serve at 30-all. Serve to the backhand of Shelton, but it's a fault. Serve to the backhand of Shelton, to the backhand of Diallo. Another backhand from Shelton in the net. In the net. 40-30, Diallo. (40-30). Serve. Second serve. To the backhand of Shelton. Backhand to the forehand of Diallo. Another backhand from Shelton. Try to take some initiative here, Shelton. Backhand from Shelton to the corner. This is the longest rally of the match. Short forehand for Diallo to get up to. Shelton tries to defend it pretty good, but he can't handle that one. Diallo gets that game. First game goes to Diallo. Oh. Shelton to serve. Shelton's serve quality is at a 9.6. It's crazy. Serve. To the forehand of Diallo. He gets it back. Forehand from Shelton. Big forehand from Diallo. He runs up to the net. Shelton sends up a lob. Ooh, this barely misses. Barely misses. Love 15. Serve from Shelton. He gets a short ball, and he puts that one away. Easy as it gets, right there. Only thing he had to do was not hit the net. Serve is an ace. That's the 9th ace of the match. Serve. 9th or 10th. Serve from Shelton is a let. Second serve. Serve. The backhand of Diallo to the forehand of Shelton, who tries to take some control there. Diallo can't handle it. In the net. In the net. 40-15, Shelton. Serve from Shelton at 40-15 is an ace. Of course it was. It wouldn't be anything different. Of course it was an ace. If you're here stopping by the channel for the first time, thank you for stopping by. My name is Cody. What's your name? Serve from Diallo. Shelton comes to the net, handles a volley. Oh, he can't handle a second one, though. 15-all. Serve from Diallo to the forehand of Shelton. Can't return it. 30-15. Backhand from Shelton to the forehand of Diallo. Forehand from Shelton to the backhand of Diallo. Another forehand from Shelton. Big forehands from both of them, actually. Short ball that hits the net. Shelton gets up there, hits an overhead, puts it away. Puts it away. Colin says, this is what I've come to in my gambling. Watching commentary since I can't watch the match. Thank you for your gambling addiction, Colin. Doing us a service. Serve from Diallo. Second serve. In the net. Double fault. Double fault. Shelton has a break point here. Thank you for being here, Colin. Who brought you here? Ben Shelton or Diallo? Shelton gets a break there. I was waiting for a response from Colin, and I missed. However, Shelton got that break. My normal viewers, Colin, are gamblers and people who think that I'm pirating the match, and that I'm just gonna stream the match on the channel live. But that's okay. Anyone is welcome here. I'm not a tennis gambler. I only do bets with my brother. We bet on the majors. Just $50, $100, something like that. And I'm glad I'm not, because I would have lost all of I would have lost money this week. I thought, for sure Musetti has got to win. I probably would have put money on Musetti to win the tournament, but boy, would I have been wrong. Did Cam Norrie play today already? Or does he? Yeah, he did play, and he lost to Nakashima. And then who would have thought that Rublev would go out to a 19-year-old American? Rublev got smashed. What is going on with these guys that used to be? Yeah. Anyone that's in the chat right now, what is going on with these top guys that used to be in the top 10? Tsitsipas, FAA, Rublev. Well, Rublev is in the top 10, but just barely. Medvedev. What's going on with these guys? I could probably name more, but I can't think of them right now. It's like the top guys that we knew from 3 years ago are not performing. Did I say Medvedev? Yeah, Medvedev. You know? What the hell's wrong with him? He lost in his opening match here, too. Serve from Shelton. He's serving at 30. Well, there you go. Ace. Updated on Google before I saw it. God damn it. I don't want it to do that. Google's usually so slow. Game, Shelton. Serve is out. No, it's not. Excuse me. I need to lock in. I'm getting distracted. Serve to Diallo. From Diallo. See? All right. I'm going to lock in here. This is actually just a preparation for the TFO match. Diallo to serve to the backhand of Shelton. Forehand from Diallo. No. Man. Shelton tries to unload on a forehand and it doesn't work. Serve from Diallo. And unloading on that one does work for Shelton. Unloading there does work. $30 all. Serve. Oh! Shelton lets out a yell as he runs across the court to get a ball and slings it right by Diallo. He loved that one. Diallo up at the net. Passing shot from Shelton. You can't teach that. That's just athleticism right there. Break point, Shelton. Serve from Diallo to the backhand of Shelton. Short ball. Diallo's going to come in on it. He's got a volley. Shelton hits it in the open court. Diallo guesses wrong where he's going to go. And Shelton is up a double break now. Shelton's up a double break. Nice. I look at OBS and it says I've dropped 15,000 frames. I don't even know what that means. I'm not. I'm not a techie guy. It says dropped frames 15,000. At least it doesn't say 15 million. Colin, am I dropping frames for you over there? Or is everything smooth? 'Cause I don't know how to read this shit. Maybe I got to drop this down from 1080p to 720. Diallo, it's perfectly fine. God damn it. Well, not no. That's good. I like that, but it's extremely irritating to sit here and see OBS telling me your stream's horrible, and I'm like, oh well, that's why people pop in and leave. Cool. I don't even know. Maybe I just don't. I just maybe don't know what it means. You need Diallo to lock in here and win a couple more games. Let's go. This over under is 19 and a half. Let's see. Where are we at? 10. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Shelton's locked in this tournament. He's hitting the ball well, particularly in rallies. So we're at 10, 14, 2. Yeah. So what? You need him to get a break too, huh? Not just hold, you need him to get a break. Right? That's math. That's can't do that math in my head right now. That's tough. $30, 15, Shelton. Shelton hits a volley a little long. $30 all. Ace from Shelton. Wait, Jackson, who are we calling? Who are we calling trash? We don't need to insult the players. They may be playing poorly, but we don't need to say that they are trash. Well, he's playing the number. I mean, he's playing a incredibly strong player. You know, and Shelton's just has been on it this week. Ball is coming crisp off the racket. He's not missing wild shots. He seems composed. He's trying new things. Diallo hits a ball in open court for a winner. 15 love on a serve. Serve from Diallo. Shelton just tries to take a rip at it. He doesn't really care what he sees coming at him right now. He's just going to rip at every ball for the entertainment of the fans. Serve to the backhand of Shelton. Diallo gets up to the ball, puts it away. 40 love. Colin, your dreams are potentially still alive here. Jackson, it sounds like your dreams are dead, brother. I'm sorry to hear that. Who are y'all taking in the TFO Kabali match? Are y'all betting on that too? $40-15, Diallo. Serve is an ace. Diallo stays alive, but barely. Need a break? I would like a break. I would like to see Shelton challenged a little bit here, rather than just making it too easy for him. If you're stopping in for the first time to look at the channel, thank you for stopping by. My name is Cody. If you like the content, you want to see more of it, subscribe to the channel, give me the video a like. All that stuff shows that you enjoy what's going on here. All types of tennis conversation is welcome. I don't think that we'll see four double faults in a row. The first goal that I'm going for is 50 subscribers. We are 6 away. At 50 subscribers, I'll do something better for the channel. What do I think of Yannick the Doper center? Well, that's tough. Let's talk about it after this game. Ace from Shelton. Thank you for saying you enjoy the content. Serve. First serve. I've been saying this all week, but I wish that they would show the MPHs on this damn stream, but I can't. Serve to the forehand of Diallo, who can't return it. Oh, you bet on Dimitrov? Serve to the backhand of Diallo. Goes out. 40 love. You bet on Dimitrov versus center? That would have been a big old payday. Yeah. 40 love. Serve. Ace. Wrap it up, boys. Ben Shelton has a reservation he's got to get to. He's got to go talk to the president. He's in D.C. He's going to go tell Trump about how Shelton is going to make American tennis great again. Not that I want to talk politics. I'm just making a joke. Okay? This is not the place for politics. I wanted to see Runa play this tournament as well. I want to see Runa be really good. My dream top 5 right here is Yannick Sinner, Carlos Alcaraz, Ben Shelton, Runa, and Musetti. All of those guys playing each other and competing really strongly. Not in no particular order. I'm not saying, any of them in a particular order. But James, going back to what you said here, what do I think of Yannick Sinner, the doper? What do you mean, what do I think? Like, what do I think of Yannick Sinner as a player? What do I think about that event that happened? I need a little more clarity on your question. What do you mean? What do I think of Sinner? I don't know him as a person, so I can't really say anything about that. You think Shelton, Runa, Mensick, highest upside outside of the top 2? Yeah. I haven't watched Mensick play a bunch, but everything from him. He has the most aces on the ATP right now, so that's cool. Rehiring the physio. About him rehiring his physio. I don't know. It seems like it was they blamed not the physio but the masseuse for applying a certain cream that had the banned substance in it. Look, they're playing for millions. They're playing for millions and millions of dollars. They're at the top of the world, right? They're gonna be harsh on whoever it is that is on their team. They're not gonna be. Sinner wants to be at the top, and he's the leader of his squad. He is gonna put whoever is going to be on his team. He is going to put through a extremely rigorous process to make sure that he's not going to mess up his opportunity out there. So I don't know what to think about hiring the physio other than obviously Sinner trust him enough to be on the team. So you got to think of Sinner. You got to think of the player as like the CEO of his brand. And he's going to protect that thing at all cost. So that's what I think. But I don't know. I have no idea how it really works on tour. That's how I think about it. I think, at least in my mind, not being aware and knowing what happens on a professional level, I think like, oh yeah, Carlos Alcaraz, Yannick Sinner, they're the CEO of their brand and of themselves, and they get the final say of whoever is allowed inside their circle. For the future, I reckon. Obviously, Djokovic still clear of those. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Runa, Mensick, Shelton. Yeah, the sky's the limit for those guys as long as they can just get some clarity about how they want to play in these big matches and just stick to it and not get distracted or emotional, anything like that. Okay, we are. What are we watching next? We are going to be watching Kabali and Tiafoe. Looks like that match is going to start at about 5 o'clock. I will be back here for that match. In the meantime, if you won a bet, go place another one. If you lost a bet, also do what you would like. I don't know. I'm not a sports bettor. I don't want to open that door because I would do it all the time. All right, thank you for watching. I will be back here in a little over an hour for Tiafoe Kabali. If you like the content, please consider subscribing or liking a video. I also post news updates. So we're going to grow, and the stream in the channel is only going to get better. Have yourself a great evening.